Billionaires are some of the richest people in the world, but they often pay very little in taxes. This is due to a variety of factors, including the way that the tax system is structured, the use of offshore tax havens, and the ability of billionaires to hire teams of tax lawyers and accountants to help them minimize their tax liability. Don't forget to like and subscribe. One of the main ways that billionaires avoid paying taxes is by keeping their wealth in the form of assets, such as stocks, real estate, and artwork. These assets are not taxed until they are sold, and billionaires can often borrow against their assets to finance their lifestyles without having to sell them. Another way that billionaires avoid paying taxes is by using offshore tax havens. Offshore tax havens are countries or jurisdictions with very low or no taxes. Billionaires can set up trusts and other financial structures in offshore tax havens to hide their wealth from tax authorities. In addition to these methods, billionaires also use a variety of more sophisticated tax avoidance strategies, such as charitable giving deductions and business tax credits. These strategies can be very complex, and they often require the expertise of tax lawyers and accountants. As a result of these tax avoidance strategies, billionaires are able to pay much lower tax rates than ordinary taxpayers. For example, a 2022 ProPublica investigation found that the 25 richest Americans paid an average effective tax rate of just 3.4% over a 5-year period, while the average American taxpayer pays an effective tax rate of about 15%. The ability of billionaires to avoid paying taxes has a number of negative consequences. It means that the wealthy are not paying their fair share to support public services, such as education, healthcare, and infrastructure. It also creates a sense of unfairness, as ordinary taxpayers are forced to pay more in taxes to make up for the shortfall. There are a number of things that can be done to address the problem of billionaire tax avoidance. One is to reform the tax system to make it more difficult for the wealthy to avoid paying taxes. Another is to crack down on offshore tax havens and make it more difficult for billionaires to hide their wealth from tax authorities. Finally, it is important to increase enforcement of tax laws and to hold billionaires accountable for paying their fair share. Here are some specific policy proposals that could help to address the problem of billionaire tax avoidance. Tax capital gains as ordinary income. Currently, capital gains are taxed at a lower rate than ordinary income. This allows billionaires to defer paying taxes on their wealth until they sell their assets, which they may never do. Taxing capital gains as ordinary income would force billionaires to pay taxes on their wealth, even if they don't sell it. Close loopholes that allow billionaires to avoid paying taxes on their estates. Currently, there are a number of loopholes that allow billionaires to pass their wealth on to their heirs without paying any estate taxes. Closing these loopholes would ensure that billionaires pay their fair share in taxes, even after they die. Strengthen enforcement of tax laws. The IRS needs more resources to enforce tax laws and to hold billionaires accountable for paying their fair share. Strengthening enforcement would deter billionaire tax avoidance and help to ensure that everyone pays their fair share in taxes. Addressing the problem of billionaire tax avoidance is an important step in creating a more fair and equitable tax system. By taking the steps outlined above, we can ensure that billionaires pay their fair share and that everyone contributes to supporting public services.